Free dental? I wish, if anything could have ever come from my connection to Minecraft, free dental is the least I could ask for. Microsoft, Mojang, whatever you are. Dental plan. All right. We last left off on the 9th of December at 55,717 megabytes. We're currently up to 2720. I always say it wrong. $2,720 raised for direct relief. Thank you, everybody who has donated to the charity thus far. Perhaps in the holiday spirit. If you've got your woofs ready, I'm ready to go. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot in the current news, current gaming news and internet news. New news. I mean, not really, but let's just jump right into it. All right, get your woofs. Get your woofs on deck. There it is. And that also made me realize I still have my speakers on. Woof indeed. There he is. There's that guy. Let's secure the hidey hole. Get rid of some junk. Grab some junk. And continue west to the farlands here in Minecraft Beta. 1.7.3. Bing! Indubitably. It is, did I say it's December 15th? 2023? That's the day it is. Friday. Farlands or Bust Friday. Floppy Noodle Friday. And we missed our chance. Yesterday, Thursday. Can somebody who's a sub do an exclamation point charity for Jaster Void there? Yesterday, thank you, Reese's Pieces. But yesterday, we could have been a nude dude. We could have been artfully nude on Twitch. just Twitch being Twitch. Just Twitch being Twitch. Could have gotten banned like everybody else. I don't see. Here's my perspective of it. I was driving. We were taking Juno on a walk, and the girlfriend was reading to me off of her phone, and I didn't believe it at first. But about how now Twitch is loosening their nipple laws, their nudity laws and rules. Which now allows for adult-themed streaming if you tag it properly. That way you won't be featured, show up on the homepage. Because it is kind of true that the rule states that female presenting chesticles cannot be shown. Whereas any old rude dude can have his nips to the sky. But that's kind of a problem in all. Jaster Void! It worked! See? Somebody, Reese's Pieces. We can thank you for that. Thank you, Jaster Void. Sorry, did that one come with a question? It did not, but I appreciate it. What the heck just happened here? No, unselect. Damn. With a hundo to direct relief. Thank you very much. We're now up to 2,820. 820. That's a number that we're familiar with here in Farlands or Bust. That was the original, just $820 was the original goal for the first charity. Thank you very much, Jaster Void. We'll take a rain check on the question. Alright, come up with a good one that we can just burn a whole hour discussing. But anyway, yeah, so that was my introduction to it. I took the day off yesterday. But then today, this morning, Twitch reverses its decision. Well, you don't say. Twitch? Reversing a change to their terms of service? 24 hours after they surprise and without warning implemented it? Never. That's never happened before dozens of times. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, this is another news. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm done with Twitter. There have been many last straws. And now there's no more straws to have. I didn't so much as tweet that as I just implied with a video I uploaded and a great link for you to follow me elsewhere. Get it? So yeah, I don't know if anybody was talking about it on Twitter or anything like that. I only saw what I saw through the girlfriend. So was it like chaos? Were clothes strewn on the streets? Just rampant nudity for 24 hours? Was it a madhouse? A madhouse! Yeah, it does seem like the vast majority of it was directed at virtual avatars, aka the VTubers, using naked versions of their cartoons, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently it's a thing. Naked. Yeah, I don't. It's weird. So yeah, you said who said? Nate had to block Twitch at work because of it. Is it because like your work has like a predefined like any website that has any sort of adult theme must be blocked? Oh man, that's whew. I think I'm too old for this. Like the girlfriend was rightfully just asking what my opinion of it is, and I'm like, it doesn't. I have to knock this down, don't I? It doesn't directly affect me, obviously. Even like tangentially, like I'm sure people complain like, oh, all the body painters and nudesmans are taking my views. Nobody's taking my views. It's just there's no overlap. Here, let's... Ooh. Oh, I think I got it all that time. Like, I really don't have an opinion. Like many things I don't have an opinion on. But I suppose it does speak to some largely... overall... just confusion and just the unprofessionalism of the people in charge of Twitch. Not that whether or not they allow or don't allow, but just that they don't know what they're doing. For a company that's apparently owned by Amazon. They seem to go just by the whims. The whims of the last idea they heard that day. There we go. Ooh, that was a wet pig. Which that part of it is concerning. As far as, like, at some point, Beffery Jezos and Amazon are just going to get tired of the shenanigans and then just shut the whole site down. Because it's just costing them more headaches than it is bringing in money. Yeah, I don't know. That was a good day to take off of streaming, I think. Let's go to sleep. And awakeness. Weird stuff. Spooky noises. Ooh, watch your step. Like that. I'm done with Twitter. I feel like it's... I joined in 2009. I was kind of like pushing people towards Twitter in the early days, because when it was neat. Like when it was just 128 characters of text and not even any, like, images or embedded retweets or anything. Although, how would have I known? How would have I known? How would have I known? Let's. When it worked. Yeah, I haven't uninstalled it from my phone, but I should. Like, log out. They did say I do have a blue sky. I'm not really doing much over there, and I'm not very much following many people. It's kind of a ghost town over there. There's a few nuggets of interestingness here and there, but they did say I thought they said that they would be opening it up at the beginning of next year. Blue sky, that is, for, like, viewing without an account. But like I said, I don't think we need a Twitter replacement. I don't think that needs to happen. But then at the same time, as the girlfriend brought up, like, how do I, this is what I'm doing. How do I advertise? How do I get the word out about things or what I'm doing? Or is anybody even interested in that? Or is that even a viable way to gain or maintain an audience? Right, and then yeah, we watched the video that Hank Green uploaded about how much he makes on TikTok versus stories versus Instagram reels or whatever they're called. Like, you should try that. I'm like, but not. I don't think TikTok is right. And then today there was a news story about TikTok changing secretly its terms and conditions, so now you can no longer sue them after a year of whatever incident you're claiming to sue them on, based on arbitration and whatever. And I did in October, I looked it up, it was October, I got an email from TikTok inviting me to the creator beta program where they want you to upload, and this is what Hank Green's video was a lot about, they want you to upload videos longer than 1 minute. And those are the only ones that get monetized. But then looking into it, it was not a deal. There was like I'd like a signing bonus. Because like, you don't get paid unless you get like minimum of 2 million views. And then based on that, they have to be verified views instead of viewed views. They don't tell you what that is. It's very confusing. I mean, she has a point. I could just upload like funny gaming clips, but it's very difficult to base. Oh, Hank Green is making $6,000 a month on TikTok. That's not going to be Kurt J. Mac in any universe. And yeah, it just does. I don't know. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Oh, I accidentally put my boat on the land. For to just stop. I'll just become a professional tromboner. No, a short on YouTube has to be less than 1 minute. And that's the difference. YouTube is trying to encroach on TikTok's market of less than 1 minute. And now TikTok is trying to encroach on YouTube's market of videos longer than 1 minute, longer form videos, which is why they're only monetizing those. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Us, I don't think there's very few of us. Huh? Let's. Who are youngins anymore. I don't think I have the youngin audience anymore. I would fathom a guess that everybody, at least in chat, is like probably older than 25 years old. I don't know about viewers. And the TikToks and the stories and the reels are all aimed at the youths. The 13 to 18 bracket. Wink, wink. Actually, many of them are much younger than 13, but we can't say that because then that would be illegal, and that's why Facebook is in trouble with the FCC, and etc., etc., etc. Yeah, in order to pivot to to any of that sort of stuff, I feel like I would have to aim my content towards the youths. Don't you wish you could sink in the snow and die in this terrain? Yeah, wouldn't that make this far more exciting? Young people ain't got no money. Their parents got money. Or they've got a cell phone, which is connected to their parents' money, or their own money, or whatever. Yeah, like TikTok and Amazon don't care, or not Amazon, but YouTube don't care if you buy the product, just that you watch the product advertisement. And or even click on the product advertisement. Yeah, weird stuff. Weird, wild stuff going into the year 2024. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't know what to do anymore. Yes, they like lots of yelling.
Glory to you and your house.
UK Phil, thank you for those Bezos bucks. 21 months in the subtub. You know what's really gonna resonate with the youths? Those really the teens and tweens. Star Trek Deep Space Nine references. Oh, they're gonna love that. That's just, we're gonna be so on the same level. Very relevant references. Oh, Lord. Self-sealing stem bolts. Some reason that thought just crossed my mind. I think I'm too far gone. I mean, it would. We're also watching that. Speaking of scams, that Netflix documentary about the cult, the internet cult, the Wind Flames. Like, damn, there's so many suckers out there. We didn't have a shred of decency and empathy. We sure could be raking in the cash. The Blackberry movie? When you said cult. No, this is like real cult. Now, there's a mini-series documentary called something Twin Flames. Because there was, and I guess still is, I don't know, we haven't reached the end yet, but I don't think there's been any comeuppance. Basically, these two people are saying they found out the way through God to find your soulmate. Just another word for your one and only soulmate. But you have to sign up for their series of lessons, which are $66 each. And you have to come to every one each month. And there's a whole series of them. And by the way, you also have to shun your family, because they're not your flames. Yada yada yada, etc, etc, etc. How does one not see that as a money ploy? No, I mean, it's even less obvious when you can sign up to be a teacher, an instructor. And there's various levels of instructor. You got your master instructors, you got your introductory instructors, and then you got your recruiting instructors. And the more you bring lower level instructors, the higher level instructor you can be in this sort of pyramid-shaped hierarchy of income. That's what I mean. People, there are very desperate, lonely people, and this is what they were. I mean, I'm not victim blaming, but this is what they were preying on. Yeah, I don't know. It's only like a 4-episode thing. We watched like the first 2 episodes. We're apparently on the cusp of like, well, now there's a Vice article written about it, where they interviewed the mothers of these women who no longer speak to them, and people who have gotten out of the cult. And I bet you this documentary is just going to be great for their business. Watch episode 3 and 4. You have to pay $66 per month for 12 months. Honestly, it might be $666 a month. Because, yeah, some of these people were like paying $8,000 a year or whatever. YouTube doesn't even pay me $8,000 a year. Anyway. Anyway, as I said, TikTok nor starting a cult is not the answer. Which is why I'm happy to announce the Elite Farlanders Club. It's definitely not a cult. Asterisk. Fine print. I don't know. Cults seem to do well financially. Seems like a wise investment to me. Well, that's the other thing. They then they started to incorporate as a church to be a non-profit and dodge taxes. Anyway, it's a whole thing. It's not the best documentary I've ever seen, honestly. But it's very different, I suppose, to see how such a cult structure works when it's like completely online and like video meetings and stuff like that, and Facebook. Always Facebook. Ooh, buddy. What else is new? We had nudity on Twitch for a brief moment. Well, I mean, maybe not a brief moment, but a more obvious moment. We left Twitter. Pallet hands, you gotta rewind in the VOD. I can't go over this again. If you missed it, you missed it. Oh, Wolfie. Let's maybe not go this way. What else has been going zons? Ooh. Neat. I just think it's neat. Have we hit the next floating point air? No, we have not. I mean, it's coming up soon, trademark, in that soon is a relative term for the last 12 years. Might be in like the next 3 months? 6 months? Year? Maybe sooner than that, maybe. Somebody estimated it would be around the time our world save file reaches 60 gigabytes, which right now we're at 55. I think that's what they said. Or did they say 70? I don't remember. But yeah, we're still at the quarter of a block offset. I can't press F3. I've disabled my F3 button on my keyboard. Literally impossible. Oop, I need beds. Can you see any left to right block offset? No, we're not. I mean, we're trying to like recenter ourselves. So, no. I mean, it looks pretty spot on right now. I mean, we only noticed it after being 200,000 blocks from spawn. So we would have to be about 200,000 blocks left to right of 0, 0, and that would be a wild offset. That would be a wild misdirection. The 1928 version of Mickey Mouse is set to enter the public domain next year. Steamboat Willard? Ooh, that's a spawner? It most definitely is a spawner. Do we want to try? I'm gonna take a lot of dirt. lot more than that. Oops, damn. Perfect. How am I gonna get down here though? Didn't quite. I guess I can just. He's done it. So good at video games. Zombie spawner. What we got? Whoa, we can blow it to smithereens. I'll take 2 iron, thank you very much. Only enough for 1 implosion. That's a shame. Oops, 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 oops. Alright, I took everything else out, right? Yeah. Oh. Gotta go. Wait, where's my... Wait, that's not right. Yee. That's delightful. That's just delightful. Gotta go. I do like the water ones, because then you get a water vortex. Very clickbaity thumbnail. We've learned in the past. Oh, there's another one! Maybe. Maybe not. Wolfie? You think? Come up here. Oh, Jesus. Wolfie's down in the cave. Oh, there he is. Sure sounds like it. Oh. Oh. We've had some collapse. On second thought, I don't think I want to risk it for this biscuit. Yeah, this one seems like a pain in the butt. It might not even be a spawner, honestly. But content. We've already determined that my audience doesn't like content. Like the youths. We're too old for this. You know what happened? You know what happened before when we went into a spawner we shouldn't have gone into? Twice. For the Utes. Walk, don't run to the farlands. And do not do so whilst holding scissors. True, it's not the fact that there's no running in this game. It's a safety choice that we don't run. Ooh, buddy. Well, if we need it, in that case, the food would stack. Because in this version of the game, food doesn't stack. If we were playing a version of the game that had the hunger bar, it would be annoying. But I could at least stock up on food. To a degree, an extent. Oh, goodness. A lot of dirt. Snore noises. Alright, carrying on. Anybody else just sleeping 10 hours every night? Still waking up tired? Anybody? Yes? Both of us are just being, are just, we can't get it together. That's how you know you're old? We're not that old. I know I keep saying we're old. More vitamin B12? What's B12 got to do with it? I'm taking my vitamin D supplement. Big D. I mean, in regards to vitamins, in general, you don't need them unless you're told that you need them. Most people, especially in first world countries who have access to a wide range of food options, have all of their vitamin and mineral needs met by the diet that they eat. That being said, I do take vitamin D because it gets particularly dark and dreary here. I never quite had anybody tell me I have a deficiency. But I at one point my what's that called? My confirmation bias was set in stone by the fact that when I ran out one time and like didn't have it for a week, I got severely sad and like easily frustrated. And I fell into dark, dank pits of my mind. So I try not to miss that anymore. Do you drink milk with meals? I drink better than milk. I drink oat milk. That has 50% more calcium than regular dairy milk alone. Ow! What? I think also like oats and oatmeal have vitamin D and stuff in them too. Because I have it in my oatmeal. I do have a sun lamp, although now I'm using it for a green screen lamp. Mox got me the sun lamp. I've not used it as an actual sun lamp in a very long time, but just because it works at evenly lighting my green screen, which without it is just a series of blurry bees, as you can see. Actually, it's kind of making me feel better. Sorry, Wolfie. We're moving on. Oat milk is great. I don't know how y'all are still dealing with almond milk or soy milk. It's just kind of tough to find zero sugar stuff sometimes. Did I damage my boots with that? I guess so. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. I had a huge, like a major bread fail yesterday. I got my phycillium husks. So I was looking for a recipe to use the phycillium husks in bread, like we learned the last time when I was trying to make the dinner rolls for Thanksgiving, but I didn't have any. So I found a recipe, but as I started doing it, I realized something was not right with this recipe, and I knew it was going to go wrong, but I was already too far into it to stop, until I couldn't, like, adapt it to my normal bread recipe. And yeah, it came out like a brick. For using, like, twice the yeast it needed, but then it didn't use oil or eggs, which was very strange to me. I probably should have just thrown a couple in for funsies. But I'm a stickler for following instructions. I was like, well, maybe it will work. Maybe this bread recipe will work. And it will solve all my problems. No, it didn't. I gotta try to make another bread tonight. Someone type that word he used for bread making. Psyllium husk? Gets used as an egg replacement. Oh. Well, I was reading. What I was reading is that it's a gluten replacement. So like even it replaces the xantham gum. Yeah, I don't know. My bread just hasn't been rising. Right. Psyllium husk is like what Metamucil is made out of. Over or under heating? I heat my water. You mean like the water that I make my bread with to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what is recommended for activating the yeast. And then I started doing that tip we learned about, like, oh, to proof if it's like cold in your house, which it is, to proof your bread, put it in the oven, an off oven, with a bowl full of boiled water, so that like the heat from the boiled water and the steam creates an environment conducive to yeastiness. Yeah, I don't know. You proof the yeast separately. If it's the dry active yeast, yes. If it's instant yeast, no. Instant yeast doesn't need that. But my luck hasn't been good with either at this point. It's just, it is probably an environmental thing because it is colder. Because over the summer and like earlier in the year, I was getting giant breads. Just big old bastards. Bready bastards. I got new yeast. I got brand new yeast. Right, everything. Ooh, excuse me. Why would you ask that, pallet hands? How's that at all related to my bread? My bread woes. The heat pad, you put the dough bowl on. Huh. A raisin? A raisin dough riser. Yeah, I'm always, you know, we were watching the Bake Off and they have like these proofing drawers. Must be nice. I mean, the same thing when I use my bread maker. There's like a proofing setting where it just like lightly heats it. And it's like enclosed, you know? That's worked before. I mean, I streamed it once where the bread rose where it like started touching the lid. I just heard Wolfie take damage from a cactus. Put the dough in the bathroom. I don't know. That doesn't feel right. I don't want to start bringing the bathroom into my bread making. Haven't you heard what they find on your toothbrush? Before I go boating, maybe I should take care of this half a heart. Glomp. We finally did go to the art museum yesterday. We didn't go the previous week because we didn't feel like it. I know I said we were going to go, but we didn't. We went last night. We were going to go out to dinner afterwards, but neither of us were hungry, so we didn't. Yeah. Look, that's smart. Ooh, buddy, excuse me. Art degree. They had some Matt Groening originals. Rusty the Clown. Saying funny place names. Walla Walla. Cucamonga. Seattle. He from the PNW? I don't think so. But it was funny because all those names were... The joke is all those names are in the state of Washington. Oh, he or somebody donated like the original, what are those called when you're making a cartoon? Cells? I mean, there was some actual, like, real art there, too. Apparently he is from the Portland. Anything's art if you're brave enough. Anything is, as we learned on Twitch yesterday, anything is artistic nudity if you're brave enough. Full circle. Full circle, everybody. Oh, I did it. Oh, I didn't do it. Dang it. Spoke too soon. Ooh, buddy. Spawner? I didn't see no stinking spawner. Lies. Lies and misdirection. Walked right beside it. Nobody else pointed it out. I didn't see it. It doesn't exist. Oh gosh, I'm dying. Check our house for E2O poisoning. They do seem to be asleep. I did say everybody in this audience is old, didn't I? Huh? What? What do you say? I want some taquitos. Oh, my shovel. Dang it. Knew that was going to happen. What am I doing? Got spoiled on that diamond shovel lasting for longer than 2 streams. We're back to reality. Oops. Really? I don't have a single other piece of sand? That'll do. Alright. We did it. And I've already made all my stuff, so I don't need to put my workbench down. So let's go to sleep and back up the world. I really should not be taking my hand off the keyboard and mouse in case like a spawner or a zombie or a skeleton spawns right next to me. 55,786.8 megabytes. What if I keep creating more megabytes for the Farlands expedition? You've got your woofs ready. Get your woofs ready. Woof, jeez Louise. It's been literally 10 minutes. Why did you have to wait that long? Now he's all barks. I see how it is. Let's continue on. There he is. What do we got? We could use some wood. Continuing on to them farlands. What are you doing down there, sheep? Spooky noises? I don't know. There have been some pretty delayed woofs. I don't know who's keeping track of those things. Hopefully nobody. Because I certainly ain't. Just watch the first minute of each vlog and stream. Of which there are over 900 of. What's 900 minutes? About 15 seconds. Uh, excuse me. Oh, oh god, I thought that was a hole. Yeah, about like the F3, I just have to kind of decide what format. Like, do I just upload them all in a single like zip file? Do I upload them separately? Perhaps a RAR or a 7-zip. Oh, what? Oh gosh. Who wants to write me a README for the F3 downloads? Along the lines of, it's recommended you load these world saves in Minecraft Beta 173 PC Java Edition. Using other versions or formats may provide unsatisfactory results. Minecraft is a registered trademark of Mojang and the Microsoft Corporation. All rights belong to their respective owners. I make no guarantees. I thought that was just a really big chicken, like, coming off of that. It's, forced perspective. What they call that in the biz. I mean, I'm like 100% positive that there is, or was, a modded version of Minecraft that added giant mobs. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure there's more than one, I guess I should also say. As far as the shrinking and growing mods are concerned. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I've seen on YouTube videos, is like a giant zombie or something. Go. What? Did you not use that mod for UHC once? I don't remember anything about any of the UHCs anymore. But also, no? I'm pretty sure no. If we did, I didn't live long enough to see it. Giant Zombie was in the early alpha, but only if you used a special spawn command. Minecraft history. There, that's a TikTok. I can just plagiarize other videos in the Minecraft wiki. Waiters? Make it your life goal to become the subject of an H-Bomber Guy video. I didn't make it, and now I drown under the ice. Okay. Indeed. Ooh, excuse me. So what else? What else is new and up? Is anybody living in snow right now? I mean, not living in the snow. I would certainly hope not, but like, has it snowed? Has it snowed? Has it snowed? Yes, I am lost near the South Pole and have dug into a small cavern for the night. It did, then it got warm and melted. Colorado. Upstate New York. Utica? No. It's more of an Albany expression. 50 degrees today in Michigan. That's what it was here. Want to make a boat just for this? No, we can swim.
Oh, sorry.
Lieutenant DeSora just gave me what could be considered a very passionate kiss in the torpedo bay.
Nice, Manfreda T. Very nice.
Manfreda T, thank you very much for a tier 2 sub for 69 nice months in the sub tub. Manfreda T. Yeah, I was gonna say Manfreda Kahlo. Art. Ah, dang it. Why did I come up? Oh, good lord. Wait, no, Wolfie. Let's maybe not. How did you... Oh, I thought I was going to go through the mountain. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was about to. I didn't give it a chance to go through the mountain. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Why am I sleeping for 10 hours every night? Ooh. Oh. Oh. That was too close. You're too close, man. Did I hear about the new Beverly Hills Cop movie? No. I don't care. I mean, this is starting to feel like people are gonna have to tell me what they've seen on Twitter. I care not for the endless barrage, consumable media, and hot takes. only thing I want is for my bread to rise. I'm a simple man. Although I did watch the movies with Mikey on Barbie, the Barbie movie. How Mattel Pictures now has in the works a Hot Wheels movie, a Matchbox movie, which are apparently two separate things, and like a movie for every other like toy they have. Isn't Pixar owned by Disney? So that wouldn't have been a problem anyway. Oh, I see what you mean. They were going to make a Steamboat Willie Pixar in order to renew the copyright. Ah, I see. I get it now. I get jokes. That one was a real thinker. You had to think like a somebody who works in the copyright office. I think Steamboat, I don't know how it works. I think Steamboat Willie becoming public domain just means you can use the final product of Steamboat Willie, the video, without need for compensation. I don't think that means you can come up with brand new works featuring what is probably the trademarked Mickey Mouse. Then again, I don't know. I guess like Sherlock Holmes is in the public domain and they just come out with a whole gamut of Sherlock Holmes TV shows and stuff, so I don't know. It's fine. Disney isn't particularly litigious about their intellectual property anyway. Excuse me. You're saying that for my audiobook, I can read Steamboat Willie now. For the audiobook I can do once it's public domain. That's the joke. I mean, yeah, we could. It's a whole new. That's what it. That's all it's going to take is me coming up with a new cutting edge idea, like audiobooks for mediums that have no text or dialogue. You can share the emptiness with me if you wish. Look at the size of this cactus. We got a 5 tall cactus. I don't remember what our record is, but I think it's more than 5. Whew. Oops. Pointers. Oh boy. Well, this is a minefield for Wolfie. Big stretch. Got at least 2 more Minecraft nights. Come on now. Any topics, questions, musings. Ooh-wee. Musings. Our trash service provider just forced us to have a recyclable / organics / waste bin instead of 2 waste. Wait. Are you saying those 3 things in separate bins or those 3 things in the same bin? Because that doesn't make sense. I assure you, if your one bin is labeled recyclable organics waste, they're all going in the landfill. Ah. 3 separate. Well, organics is organics. But like food, eggshells, bones. Like they even here it's even like, you know, used coffee in the coffee filter. Like the coffee filter is fine. Tea bags, stuff like that. Would overflow organics be considered waste? I don't know what an overflow organic is. You'll have to enlighten. I.e. more than will fit in the other. Well, no? What? What other? There is no other. The organics should go in the organics bin. Waste. Waste is just garbage. The garbage you throw away. This is an interesting topic. And then, like, recyclables, you'll have to check with your own recycling people to see what is recyclable. At least in your curbside pickup. Because here, we can't do glass anymore. Or soft plastics, plastic film. And any plastic that does go in the recycle has to be the number 1 or number 2 plastic. So anything that's the other stuff just goes in the trash. Glass recycling is easy, but it's not profitable. We can still, we have to drop it off at a special place. They no longer do curbside pickup. so that they don't have to sort. You accumulate more organics than will fit in a single bin. Oh, I see. Oh, so like the bins are smaller. You might be able to ask for a bigger bin. You might have to pay more for that bigger bin, but start a compost heap. I'm sure the neighbors in your apartment will love that. Rural area? Oh, well, then certainly there's place for composting. Now, our organic also includes like the yard waste, like glass, grass clippings and branches and dead plants and stuff like that. Is the same bin as the ones we can put our food in. There's no dirt or rocks. But oftentimes those like takeout containers that you get that say it's compostable, those aren't. Like those don't go in that bin because they're not. Like that's not what that is for. Those should just go in the trash because they'll just biodegrade in the landfill. Yeah, as far as like glass recycling, it is like the first recyclable mostly, but I think it takes more energy to make new glass out of recycled glass than it just takes to make new glass. And honestly, glass, unlike plastic, isn't really a problem in the environment. Because at the end of the day, glass will just break down and become rocks. It's just become sand again eventually. Well, we just had a fun time. One of the neighbors' trash bins, like, because we have the trucks that come by and pick them up, and it, like, threw a bunch of stuff on the ground. And it's been, like, 3 days. And the neighbors have been in and out and definitely looked at the pile of garbage that was outside of their garbage cans in the alleyway. And as I called it, they weren't going to do anything about it, so the girlfriend and I, before we went out today, took our time to pick up their garbage and put it back in their garbage can. It was good times. Real fun garbage times. What's wrong with them? I guess a wider question is what's wrong with people? That could be a 3-hour long H-Bomber Guy video. You have bear bins? Are you not in bear country? Have I gave the impression I live in the woods? I live in a city. I sleep in a big bed with my wife. IKEA bears. I don't say specifics, but no, we don't have bears. We go walking and hiking through woods. Because neither of us particularly like the city. Timo Warner, you did miss the nudity. It was banned. It was allowed and then banned on Twitch. I know, now there's no other place on the internet to find it anymore. It was a fleeting moment in time. Jeez, Wolfie. Look at those cubes. Nyom. Golly, why am I so tired? Everything's pixelated, yeah. Ooh. Y'all ever think about consciousness? Really grabbing here. Only subconsciously. Oh, you're gonna have to deal with it eventually. What is it? Where does it go? What's a TMBG? Every jumbled pile of person has a thinking part that wonders what the part that isn't thinking of. They might be giants. Oh, is that from a song? I thought I was reading some great philosopher's quotes. On the other hand, they might not be giants. Dang it. I don't know. I just had like these are just shower musings. Yeah, I'm bringing the nudity back to Twitch. No. Just because being married now, having conversations. I think a John Oliver thing about organ donations and stuff like that. We end up talking about like what do we want to do? What if something happens? What are our wishes? I don't know. There's gotta be people who've thought about this before, right? You've done hospice. Oh. Sorry. But yeah, just like, I like the idea. I'm sure a lot of people like the idea of reincarnation, but it doesn't make any feasible sense. When you put it down in the Excel spreadsheet, it would require there to be an equal amount of conscious organisms existing at all times, so that it's even Steven. Trade one for the, you know, one dies, another grows, you know, that sort of thing. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't pass the spreadsheet test. I know, I figured that much. You worked hospice, not like you were in hospice. It'd be a miracle you're still here. Yeah, there's got to be some name for, like... Yeah, I think the universe as a simulation is, like, too easy. I think that feels like a cop-out to me. I mean, I guess kind of like some sort of divine being or something like that, too, feels like a cop-out. But that's just my opinion. Bing! These are the sorts of conversations that get the youths to watch your content on the TikToks and the Twitches.tvs. That was not the best jingle. Hold on, I don't have the logo ready yet. But I just mean as far as, like, consciousness. I feel like, I suppose maybe other cultures are different, but in Western cultures where we take a very individualistic ownership over both things, but also self. It's like, this is my consciousness. This is me. I am conscious. But what if it's like the opposite? And not what if. What if is the wrong thing to ask. Like, consider it the opposite. Like, instead of, like, each of us having our own consciousness, what if consciousness is just one thing? And right now, this is consciousness is that's just fun to say. This is consciousness being Kurt. Or this is just consciousness being this gnat flying around. We are Borg. I'm just curious. I don't know if there's any philosophy majors out there. There's got to be some book that somebody's written or some famous philosopher who's very conveniently organized and listed out these different ideas. But without it being in the context of, like, a religion. Oh, there's a creeper. Are you just saying names, or is that like an actual somebody? Daniel Dennett. Douglas. Why do all these people's names start with a D? Is that a requirement for being a philosopher? Douglas Hofstadter. The ancient Greek concept of noosphere, where ideas and imagination is all around us and your mind's pick in that big mind atmosphere. Maybe. I suppose my thinking is that it's not, like, connected. Like, there's no mycelial network connecting all of us, like, or Borg or whatever. It's just... It just, I guess, takes away the individuality of it. In that it's not, like... It's not your consciousness. So, like... For example... I mean, you can't talk about it without talking about, like, what happens when you die? So, like, the idea, like, oh, like, what is it? Like, what happens then? Is it just blackness? It can't be. Blackness is a thing. You can't... if you're not conscious, there's no experience. It's just emptiness. Your consciousness ends, but, okay, if it doesn't... If the consciousness is the thing experiencing you, it's just you that ends. And the consciousness continues in everything else. You get the high score screen. I get the error at number sign exclamation point. Time you're dead is exactly the same as the time before you were born. Right. But since nobody remembers that, because you can't remember it, because it didn't exist. But that's a hard thing for people, I think, to grasp onto, which is why the reincarnation thing makes makes people feel better, because it's like, oh, I just can't remember it, but I was a armadillo before. Past didn't exist, exactly. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm just padding the time here. When I close Switch, you all cease to exist. Joke's on you, I live in Discord. Well, Discord was down! What happened to you then? I swear I've brought this up before. Like, I say this, it'd be interesting to, like, read that stuff. Like, see more than what my own brain thinks of it. But then I'd have to read. What was that book again? Or what was that author? Whoa! That's a suckhole right there. Either of those two. I am a strange loop. Sounds about right. It tracks. Is this a strange loop? Oof. Most famous book is about artificial intelligence from the early 80s. It's fun and cool. He's the hip philosophy teacher who comes to class wearing jeans and a t-shirt. That sun is setting pretty fast. Let's go over here. hope this conversation doesn't awaken anything in me. Oh dear. Alright, hold on a second, Wolfie. I gotta make you a little platform here. Wolfie. 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 Oh, you dingus. You dingleberry. You dinglehopper. Wolfie, what in the damn hill are you up to? There we go. Goodness. There. That's better. Did I just drop that? Whatever. I'm gonna start... Yeah, maybe I'm just doing research for my own cult. Ah... 66 a month. That's how it starts. I'll make all of you my officers. And your job is to recruit other officers. Yeah, Farlanders never die. It's more than just a t-shirt now. Ah. Indeed. My God, it is a cult. I got a new sticker pack I'm putting together. Let's go to sleep before this gets out of hand and back up the world. We are up to 55,863 point something 5 megabytes on the world save.